Welcome back to Instructions for Humanity. It is Tahirah, your spiritual teacher. There is a very powerful divine message that is coming through, that has been coming through all morning. You guys see I'm in a different setup. Right now, I just have a bowl of water, murky water. This is a intuitive reading, a channeled message, a prophetic message for the divine masculine. It's about murky waters that the divine masculine is in. And as the divine feminine has moved to calmer waters, peaceful waters, warmer waters, the divine masculine is now in a murky water. They can't see which way to go, which way they are swimming. There's a divine message coming out about the divine masculine money right now. That's why I have this little green little bag. They're worried about money. The divine masculine has been holding itself back because of money. And we need the divine masculine not to hold itself back from love anymore because of money. Stop listening to all these people saying you need to have all this money, divine masculine. All you need is to open your heart to receive love, divine love, and to give divine love. And that is what the divine feminine, a real divine feminine, is looking for. They're not looking for the type of car you drive, what you can give to them, what gifts you can give to them. The greatest gift the divine masculine can give is just unconditional love. It's just itself in a vulnerable state, seeing the divine masculine vulnerable, out of character in a way, is what the divine feminine is actually after. And as you know, energy is energy. Divine masculine could be a female or be a male. Divine feminine could be a male or a female. But in this video, I am specifically talking to those who show up in the world as males. Okay, so I'm talking to the men of this world. And that's why I was led to pour something in the water. The waters are now murky, guys. The water is murky. The divine masculine is in murky waters. It can't see its way out because it's financial problems, guys. So I'm going to get started. There's so many messages coming out. I'm going to go ahead and pray over the water, and then we're going to get started to help the divine masculine work through its issues with money. It's been holding back from love because of money. Okay. Thank you to the divine source of all. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I am divinely guided to give this message today to humanity about what men specifically are experiencing right now as the current energy. Their money is holding them back from divine love, from receiving and giving divine love. And we just want all of the men on this earth just to open their heart and to realize that any person that wants you for material things is not divine, okay? And that it's okay for the divine masculine, for the men on this earth to not have everything. But if they have love, true love, and an open heart, then they have everything that they need. As we walk together in love. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay. The water is ready. The energy of the water is ready. Guys, the first thing I want to point out is for the males on this earth, divine masculine, showing up as a male on this earth. I heard the word evangelize. I heard the word evangelize. So what that is telling me is right now, the divine masculine, they're so worried about money so much to the point where they actually have kind of stopped worrying about money. And instead, they are almost kind of taking this standpoint of, let me go back to the 0 point. Let me go back to God. Many have ran back to Christianity. It's a lot of our roots, especially here in this country. It's a lot of our roots. So many masculines have ran back to Christianity. They are now wanting to not only evangelize themselves, but they want to actually replace the need for the mighty dollar because they've been struggling for some time to get this green, right? To get the money. that they have actually fallen back into spirituality. But I'm seeing more specifically, because I heard the word evangelize by the Holy Spirit, they have fallen back into religion. Because if you don't have earthly power with money as a man on this earth, then they feel the least they can do is have the spiritual power. You know what I mean? So many masculines have, even though they're in the murky water, they have found their way back to religion, specifically Christianity. They have not only evangelized themselves, but they want to utilize their newfound love for Christianity, for religion, to help evangelize other people and teach other people the gospel. So in a way, on the surface, it seems good, but I'm telling you what's behind that is that they couldn't get this the way they wanted it. They feel as if they've fallen short for getting the mighty dollar. So the next best thing is to have spiritual power. So they have evangelized themselves and they want to evangelize others. Okay, guys, the elephant in the room, the bananas. Why are the bananas here? I was led to get bananas at the store the other day. These bananas have not been eaten because I really don't eat bananas like that. But I was led to bring the bananas over here on camera. This is what the divine masculine has been going through, guys. They're phallic. Haven't been using their wands, their phallics, their genitals. They have not been having intercourse, guys, because they felt inadequate, because they didn't have the money, guys. So look, all of these are going bad now. The divine masculine has not been making love because they feel as if they failed in their financial duties in life. They feel as if they failed, so these are now rotten. But not only, what's also going on in here, there's seeds inside of bananas. Well, real bananas have seeds. Their seeds will not be born, guys, because they are so trying to get this. They couldn't get it, so they stopped using this. It's just going bad. It's going limp. And their seeds are dying off. So there's a lot of children that will not be born because of the males on this earth, because we've been so conditioned about the mighty dollar. And we haven't been conditioned for our males to work from the heart space. So now many children's possibilities are being taken from them because these men, they're not making love anymore. They're not. They're just letting this die because of the mighty dollar, guys. That's why the bananas are here. And I have my phone propped up right now on 2 books. Now, everything I prepared for this particular session with the divine has been done on purpose. So it's funny, I'm just kind of looking off and I see the number 8. So the number 8 is very significant to this particular session that we're doing. But the 2 books I was led to prop my phone up on, one is a book about medicine, and one is a book about stock investing. So we see the murkiness of the water. So the divine masculine, the males on this earth, they are stuck in between the practical side, going to school, getting a regular 9-to-5 that will, pay the bills and give me a nice pension and I can retire. But I may not have, all that I want. I won't have all of the green, but at least I can get something and it'll provide stability. But then there's another aspect of the divine masculine who says, hey, if I focus on stock investing, if I focus on, being this stock guru, or basically doing something like real estate, stock investing, something that can bring a massive amount of wealth, big lump sums of money. So that is not as practical, right? As like going to school, getting your 9-to-5 and retiring, after 30 years. They're split, right? They have this whimsical side of them that really is like, Okay, 2 years, if I invest in the right properties and stocks and businesses, I'll have enough money to buy that mansion, to buy those cars, luxury cars. And there's another side of them that says, hey, just go back to school, just go and work your way up in the company that you're already at, just become a manager there, just get on track, just fall in line, your 9 to 5, retire after 30 years and get your nice pension. They are stuck in the murky water. That is what's having them stuck. So a lot of times, women, we think it's us, divine feminine. We think that it's us, but right now the divine masculine, his money ain't right. And when the divine masculine money ain't right, he ain't right. So the divine masculine money is not right. He's ran back to religion. It's still a good thing, because this new foundation I'm seeing to God, to ground themselves in something outside of the 3D, is actually what's going to bring them the money. So it's a great thing of what they're doing. They just basically went back to basics. Let me go back to when I was a child. What was I doing? Okay, most people were in the church. Most people were. That's what they've ran back to. But the reason why is because they couldn't get this. They failed. They couldn't get the mighty dollar. So they couldn't get the money, the power from money. So they went to get the money from spirituality. But that's actually going to anchor them and actually give them the foundation that they need to get the money. But in the meantime, children are not being born. Their wands are not being used. They're rotting. Their seeds are dying. Guys, they're not making love. They're not. They're in murky waters. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're stuck between the practical mind, working for 30 years, and the whimsical mind. Investing, making it big. There's going to be somebody I'm hearing that wants to be a rapper, that wants to be a musician, that wants to be an actor, something like that. Or they might have actually gotten accepted into medical school or into law school. I'm seeing a divide between that. There's a practical mind and a whimsical mind that is leaving the divine masculine in murky waters. Just take it as it resonates. Okay, so that is the first message. So let me go ahead and prepare to actually put my hands in the water and receive some additional messages from the divine. Holy Spirit, the divine source of all, what would you like to tell us about the men on this earth, the divine masculine, as it pertains to money in their lives? Woo! This water is cold. I'm hearing it's going to be a cold day in hell before you get that money. So, guys, I'm always divinely guided to place my hands as the Spirit wants me to, as the Holy Spirit wants me to. It's just like the tips of my fingers are in this water. And it's funny because my left thumb refused to go in the water at all. I'm not really positioning the camera right, but literally it's just like my fingertips. And my left thumb is resting on top of my right thumb. It refuses to go in the water. So the reason why the divine masculine has not been getting the money is because it refuses to go to the deep end. It stayed on the shallow water. That's why it didn't get the money. That's why a lot of the projects and a lot of the ideas the divine masculine had didn't work out, because it's in the shallow water. It didn't go into the deep end. So these two books that I just said that I propped this phone on are ringing true. The shallow water is what everyone else is doing. Most people on this earth are shallow. They're standing in the shallow water where they can look down and they can see what's underneath the water. They can see the shells that they need to pick up. They can see it. But I feel that the divine masculine, what they truly want is in the part of the waters that are deep, that you have to actually dive into. And as my hands were placed in the water, it was just my fingertips. And in fact, the left thumb did not even go into the water. It actually refused to. So masculine, this is why those projects and those business ventures didn't work out, because you don't even want to fully immerse yourself even in the shallow waters. You don't want to do the work that it actually takes. Part of my finger did not want to do it. So there is a part of you inside of you that is rejecting your beliefs. You're doubting yourself. You're saying, can I actually do this? I don't know. So it's keeping you in shallow waters when you're actually called to dive deep. You're in shallow waters. That's not where your blessing is. That's not where the stock investing, book that I have out here is. It's in the deep waters. It's in the deep waters. You can't see at the bottom. You have to dive in order to find it, right? So that's the first message I'm being led to. The divine masculine is in shallow waters, and part of it is doubting its abilities to actually dive deep. So part of it doesn't even want to enter the water at all. It has one foot in and, a few toes of the other foot in, but doesn't even want to fully go. So you haven't been giving it your all. You need to change up your strategy. You need to take more risk in your business if you're not seeing the results. Take more risk and just have more faith that even though you can't see to the bottom of the water, you have to have faith that once you dive in, everything will be exposed. Because when I was led to pour something in this water, I started to see it kind of like move around and take form. And something came in my head and said, just let it dissolve. Let it dissolve into the water, and a clear path will be made. So everything will be formed, but you're not going to just see it if you're standing in shallow waters and you don't even want to get all the way in the shallow waters, right? So take more risk, please, in your business, in your everyday life, and start making love. Even as we talk, I promise you guys, I kid you not, it's like these bananas are getting even worse. Start making love. Stop searching for money. Open your heart, fall in love, create families, use your wand, step into the deep end. That's where your success lies. Get out of the shallow waters. Okay? Stop listening to this world telling you need to have all this money, material wealth. A real woman that's about that life will build with you. All these women are talking nonsense, saying they want an already made man and all of that. A real divine feminine knows how to create something from nothing. And I'm not saying she should create you, but she knows how to pull the best out of you simply by standing in her true essence. Okay? And so you guys can rise together. So stop listening to all these people. Let me get another message for the divine masculine with children. See, a lot of you divine masculine I'm seeing right now have children, and you're actually very active in their life. And this is another reason why you're kind of split. You're in the murky water. You're like, man, I got this set up for my kids right now. I'm working this 9 to 5, and at least they have their insurance. I'm able to pay their school fees, and I'm able to put food on the table, but it's still not enough. You refuse to step and dive out because of your children. You feel like you have to provide that stability. So you don't want to move into the deep. You don't want to deep dive. You want to stay to the shallow part of the water because of your children. So I just wanted to point that out for any of you who don't want to deep dive because of your children, because you don't want to take anything away from them, to let go of one thing, to kind of go towards that big goal that you have, and that's why you're being stuck, and that's why you're in the murky waters. Okay? Holy Spirit, what other message can you give me? Did you guys see that? I was being led to go on the edges. Divine masculine, you've been entering the water. You've been entering in from the front door. Everything is on the surface. There's no sort of like surprise. There's no sort of plan of attack. When the front door closes, you go to the back door. If the back door is locked, you go to the side doors. I was kind of divinely guided to move my hands to the side and scoop up the water. Pull that which is mine out of the water. If you're not deep diving, divine masculine, you're not going to find the gems in the bottom. If you're going through the front door, you're knocking at the front door, and you're like, oh, well, they won't let me in. I know I tried to make it. They won't let me in. I tried to get a record deal. I tried to get this big contract, and they won't let me in. But meanwhile, you have 2 accesses, 2 entry points on the side that you're not using. You're not being innovative. You're not using all of what has been given to you by the divine. There is another way in the door. It's not always the front door that you need to go through. So I know you want this big life. You want this money. You don't really want that 30-year job with the pension at the end. That is not what the divine masculine is searching for. If the divine masculine really wanted that, do you think these bananas would look like that? No, they're not even making love because they're at these dead-end jobs that they got to work 1 billion hours for. They're not even making love. It's just getting rotten. They want the big money. They want to be the boss, but they don't want to pay the price. They don't want to step outside their comfort zone. They don't want to deep dive. They want to knock on the front door and complain that no one's opening it. They want to tiptoe into the shallow waters. They don't even want to put all of their toes in there. They just want to show up like, oh, look, see, I tried. No, but you're not doing everything, divine masculine. There's a back door and there's 2 doors on the side. So you've given a 25% effort. You've just been at the front door in the shallow waters. 25% effort. That's why you're not getting this. You need to rev it up because I know what you want. I know what you want. I know what you're looking for. So go through the side doors. Go in. Scoop it out. Take what's yours. Yeah, maybe you don't get everything, but see, there could be a gem at the bottom that you pull out, and it could be worth like millions of dollars. So sometimes when we try different methods to promote our business, it could open us up to a whole nother audience, or provide another database, or provide another perspective. When you change angles, I went to the side. Now your perspective changes. All you had to do was just turn the corner, right? Just redirect yourself, pivot just a little, 20% pivot, 15% pivot. And you can open yourself to a whole new perspective on how you can grow your business or how you can grow at the current job that you're at. So I'm just being divinely guided to tell you just to pivot. You don't need to change everything you're doing. You need to just pivot and go in through another entryway. So maybe you are working at a particular job and you're in a certain department. Maybe you need to pivot and start looking around at those other departments and start seeing, what kind of value you could add, what kind of innovative ideas you can bring to those other departments, right? That you can go ahead and pull something out of it that's a gem. Or you just pivot a little bit and you have this brilliant idea just from making that small change that you found at the bottom. And when you fall down, when your business falls down, that thing in which you learned, that's the gem that you pull out of the water, beloved. That's actually what makes your next business venture the best that it ever could be. It's because you learned, you pivoted, you made a small adjustment. And even if you failed that first attempt, you brought something out of the water, which was the lesson that you learned, which is going to give you a new perspective and divinely guide you. Now that you are standing on, you have been evangelized, many masculines are back to religion or spirituality. You have that platform and you're able to work with the divine with all those lessons that you learned and all of the challenges that you faced and all of the deep diving that you did to bring something out of the water, which is actually just lessons, right? But divine masculine, start using these. They're going bad, even as this video progresses. These bananas are going bad. go and make love. Go and make love to your divine feminines. And you eventually get this once you learn to deep dive and get out of the shallow waters. Okay? So much more I could say, but for today, I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to leave it right here. I hope this message resonated with any of you beautiful people. I just want to say I love you, the birds, the bees, and all of the trees. They all love you too. Love is the way. Forgiveness, it is the key. And truth, it is the light that will always, always guide us home. Be well, guys. Bye.